Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an FV4201 Chieftain. It's the Tier 10 British reward heavy tank. It's located on the south spawn of Abbey and it's under the command of Awppenheimer. Yes, he sent us some Christmas replays, so I'm going to put them in because it wouldn't be Christmas without at least a couple of games by Awppenheimer. Well, the Chieftain. It's unfortunately the full Chieftain is not a tank that we actually have in the game on the EU server, or the NA for that matter, but it's lucky for the Chinese that they actually do have the real Chieftain, so we have to make do with the T95 FV4201, which is basically an American hull with the Chieftain turret. It's got the 120mm gun and it's capable of doing 440 alpha. Oh, and he's being hindered by his teammate in the 277. Yep, he's actually in platoon with Twisted Rapture. And looks like the first enemy has died, and it was an Object 2684. The Bobject just got nuked by a Death Star. Well, they're both very keen to get to the enemy. Of course, the 277's got a 13cm gun. This one's only got a 120, but it's still a very powerful 120mm gun. And of course, this thing does have very good gun depression. Okay, good position here. We've got Heshbon. Takes the first round for 479, which is a high roll. But remember, that thing fires Hesh. It's got a 183mm gun. He's just showing the top of his turret. And looks like Twisted Rapture got a round through him as well. He's gone over the edge, I think. Is he in the off the edge of the side? I think he can't recover from there. Well, he took him round there, right through the turret for 460. As Twisted Rapture goes through the frame. They're both trying to jockey for a position. He can't shoot just yet, but I think that guy's gone over the edge. And he's basically... Oh, well, he's gone now anyway. Did he go over the edge? No, he was actually right on the edge in a dip where he could not be shot at, but he was very close to falling into the water. Okay, next target is a... Oh, it's an Arty, the T92 HMC, and Twisted Rapture gets the kill after Awppenheimer took most of the damage off him. Jaegeru takes him around through the lower plate for 411, and he's going to push around the corner, which will give the Jaegeru something to focus on whilst Twisted Rapture fires at him from behind. He's now firing the APCR because he needs the extra pen. He's going to get close. He's so close now that he's below the gun depression of the Jaegeru, but he can still fire up into him. And Twisted Rapture did get a hit. Can he get a second one? You can see where the bounce was. Yeah, that one went easily through. 474. Yeah, the guy's trying to depress his gun, but he's actually had to pull back. And it's not helping him because he's still getting smacked and penned. Oh! No, I think that was the position that the shell actually hit. It bounced off because of the angle. So he's going for the cupola and he gets it this time. And the gorilla goes up onto that height and gets hit straight away by somebody. And I think it's the enemy gorilla who may have hit him. Or is it? No, I don't know who hit him, but somebody did. There's somebody who saw that guy. He's somewhere over here. So Awppenheimer's going hunting, and it's a Batchat 25 ton up in the Abbey. I think there's another enemy around there somewhere. He's been spotted by somebody. Oh, yes, there's a 121 over there, and oh, our Object 140 dies to the mouse. There's a lot of enemy tanks in different spots around here. And he's got that Batchat in the Abbey, but he's busy. Or is he? No, the Batchat is dead. The 121 got him. Ah, but he took a round in the tracks there from the mouse. And looks like the enemy has managed to reach our cap area. And Awppenheimer's going to have to go back through the centre if he's going to get resets on these guys to stop them from capping. Well, he can probably shoot the IS-7 from here. Yep, and the IS-7 is not penned. So I think he hit the spaced armour there. Go for it again. Fires blind. Did he get the hit? I think he might have actually got the hit there, but he's trying to use the bush mechanic. Well, he changed his mind and pushed up ahead, but I don't think he was seen by the IS-7, even though he could see the tank, and gets one into the engine bay of that 277. Now you should be able to see the 277s, or the IS-7s rather, as they cross that gap. But he's not seeing them, which kind of makes me think that they're hiding over there in that corner for the moment, which is not good. Oh, there they are. So he just couldn't see them, that's all. Outside view range. So he's headed back. Twisted Rapture and the other forces that went up the river road are still up in that corner, northeast corner. He's now moved over to this spot so he can see the enemy as they go back up the river road towards our guys to try and box them in. And there's the 277. He was spotted. Can't get a shot. Go to the IS-7. No, hits the rocks. So you might get shots on these guys as they continue up the road. He's loaded. Good one, right through the back of the turret for 430, but it's a low roll. Might get a shot on the IS-7, who suddenly stopped because he realises what's going on. Got another enemy 277. Gets one into the rear of him. 432, another low roll. Can he get that guy? We've lost Twisted Rapture, by the way. The IS-7 on the river road turned around. There's only 5 left on Awppenheimer's team. It's not a great game. The rest of his teammates are still like dying out, but Awppenheimer's still staying in business. He's already up to just under 5k of damage already. Goes for the T110E5. Yeah, gets the engine bay. 418, another low roll. And the mouse comes into sight. And that's the new skin with the machine guns on top. Don't make the mistake of shooting the machine guns. They're not part of the hitbox. A lot of people are going to be mistaken about that that thing. It's a pity that they don't have the that it doesn't set off the Goliath on the back of the mouse. So that would be quite funny if the Goliath was part of the hitbox and also part of the gamma rack in a sense. So if you could actually set off the Goliath, it would blow the entire tank to pieces. He's been spotted again, the IS-7, and oh, it's the IS-4 that found him, and he managed to put a round into us. Go for low plate. Yes. High roll this time, 441, but only just. Shoots down through the upper plate. Another high roll. IS-4 is a one shot now. Gets behind him, finishes him off. Excuse me. So the scores are slightly better, but there's still one down from the enemy. He's now got to 7.8k of damage, but he's losing teammates. There's only 4 of them left. Their Arty's still alive, but only just. No, he's out the game now. So he's gone back to this corner to see if he can get shots on some of those enemies in the north strip. No, just behind him. Is that going to be crucial? Here comes the Pattern now looking for some damage. Puts one into the lower plate for him. 424 low roll again. Takes his auto aim off. Puts it through the drive wheel to isolate the guy. Gets a low roll again, but the Pattern gets a low roll. Go for the polar. Yeah, got the guy. He's now all alone facing 5 opponents, so he's on for a Golubanov if he can do it. Now he is capable of doing it, no doubt about that. 121 takes a round for 507. That's a high roll. He's running out of APCR now. He's auto aimed on, but oh, now was that going to be a crucial shot? That one. It was just the wrong angle, bounced off the upper plate of the 907. No, the 121 rather. It's 907, it's shaped like a 907. I thought for a second it was. No, it's a 121. But he's out the game. Strib 103B managed to get around into him for 396 with his 105mm. He's now facing two at the same time. Puts one into the strip, but unfortunately the IS-7 gets 514 hit points. This is not good. He's running short on hit points now. Puts one into the E5. He's now up to just over 10k of damage. Bounces around from the E5 and the IS-7 takes his last remaining hit points. He was doing so well, facing three at the same time, all firing down the same path, and he's wiped out. Oh, let's have a look at the end of battle stats for this one. And here's the end of battle stats, and it was an ace tanker for Awppenheimer in the FV4201 Chieftain. He managed to get a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He ended up with 5, just one short of a Top Gun, a duelist, a fire for effect, and also a bruiser medal. He also got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and that's not really surprising given the amount of damage he actually did towards the end, over 10k. And his win rate from the battle was 14,944. He played his heart out, but he was losing teammates, and unfortunately, when it came down to it in the end, he was facing 5 opponents, and unfortunately, he was facing 5 of them, or 3 of them, all at the same time, all firing down the same alley, and the IS-7 just got one lucky shot that did a lot of damage, and then followed it up with a kill shot. So yeah, unfortunate that one, but it was a valiant attempt to try and get a collar ban off. If we look at the team score, we can see easily got the highest damage in the game, 10,192, the sort of figures that most people can dream of, but can't achieve unless you're someone with his skill. And the next high scorer was the IS-7 that killed him on the enemy team, 4,521 hit points. And he actually managed to end up with a steel wall and a Top Gun at the end of the game. Third was the 121, who managed to get 4,002 hit points of damage. When it came to kills, it was actually the IS-7 who did the best. He got 6 kills in that game. Awppenheimer got 5, just one behind. 3 kills went to the mouse, and 2 kills went to the Object 277, the Striv, and the Object 277 on the enemy team. And his platoon mate, Twisted Rapture, managed to get 2,384 hit points of damage, 2 kills, and 487 XP. When it came to XP, it was the IS-7 again who did the best with 1249. 1004 went to the Object 277 on the enemy team, and then it was Awppenheimer. So he was third on XP, even though he was on the losing team, 922. He fired 39 shots in that game, got 35 direct hits and 25 penetrations, 1 splash, damage of 10,192 hit points, of which 3,307 were at more than 300 meters. Some of those shots taken from the Abbey shooting at the enemy tanks in the north. 11 hits received from the enemy, 5 of which penetrated, 5 non-penetrations, and 1 hit by way of splash, and 1,620 hit points of damage blocked by armor. He spotted 4 of the enemy, damaged 12 of the enemy, killed 5, and did 1,040 hit points of damage assistance. He earned 122,126 credits from the actual battle, 61,063 from personal reserves, 45,687 from holiday ops, and 6,570 for courageous resistance for getting a battle hero medal in a losing or drawn game. So his grand total was 235,445 credits from that game. And after repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables, and despite the fact that he fired an enormous amount of premium ammo, 115,000 credits worth, he still ended up with a profit of 51,041 credits. If he didn't have a premium account, he would have made a loss, but because he had a premium account, yes, he made a profit. He also picked up 5 bonds because this was a tier 10 vehicle. 1,383 XP, 759 for courageous resistance, 4,284 for holiday ops, 107 for this being a premium vehicle, and took away 6,533 experience points altogether. You had to go a long way to see players who are this good. You have to search for them to find somebody who's capable of doing 10k. Now we do have some What Arty Noobs members who are capable of doing that and have done them in things like the Jaegeru, and they've sent us the replays and we've featured them on our channel. But Awppenheimer is one of those exceptional players alongside Philip Arino who regularly sends us replays at the top of their game. And yeah, they're sending in replays that we can only dream of being able to do, but it gives you a clue as how to do it yourself if you pick up the skill. So it just takes a lot of application, a lot of playing, and yeah, you have to have his eye for gaming, I suppose, to be able to think your way through these battlefields. But these guys definitely perform for us, and thank you very much indeed for sending in the replays, because we very much appreciate it to see somebody at the top of the game. I hope you've enjoyed this replay. If you have, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a comment down below because it feeds the YouTube algorithm. And thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned because there's more Awppenheimer videos on the way.